If you're interested in joining the Brightside
You can tell the Brightside Ben phone team that you want to be a business builder if you so desire. 866-735-2470. Of course, if you just want to buy your products at the wholesale price, or if you just want to just be a conduit, be a messenger, and help spread the word, you can call them up, and for a one-time $10 fee, they can sign you up at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470, or you can head over to brightsideben.com and click on the Join the Team link. That's brightsideben.com and click on the Join the Team link. You can also purchase any of the longevity products you hear us talk about on the program, recommend on the program, or advertise on the Brightside by pulling down on the shopping cart at brightsideben.com. If you want to join myself and Dixie Sedgwick on our weekly phone calls, we do phone calls on various health subjects every Sunday evening. The dial-in number, it's 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The dial-in number is 605-562-3140, 605-562-3140. Participant access code 444-973-POUND. We cover various health subjects. Last week we talked about the glucogel caps and glucosamine and building collagen, anti-wrinkles, anti-arthritis, building joints, etc. Next week we'll talk, or this coming Sunday, we'll talk about digestive enzymes. The dial-in number is 605-562-3140. Participant access have issues with when they 973-POUND.
Milk or dairy intolerance.
Okay, so we're talking about hormones. Everybody always talks about hormones. You hear the word hormones a lot, but what really is a hormone? Oh, hormone is a chemical that translates the outside world into the inside world so that a cell can understand what's happening. There's 9 elements that get into the body, things we see, hear, taste, feel, smell, oxygen, thoughts we think, feelings we feel, and then food, as well as liquids or oxygen or water, which I consider to be part of food. One of these inputs gets into the body, gets translated into a chemical called a hormone. A cell reads that hormone and responds in a 3D printer-like fashion, cells being 3D printers. By the way, CNN.com has a really cool story on something called the Foodini, which is a 3D printing machine for food. Can you believe this? Now, I know I've been talking about it for a while, 3D printing machines. I'm blown away by 3D printing machines. I first heard about them maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and they sounded like science fiction then. Now you can get a 3D printer on Amazon or at Office Depot for $1,300. You get a 3D printing machine. But guess what? In the next 2 or 3 or 4 years, you're going to be able to get a 3D printing machine that prints a hamburger or that prints a pizza. How do you like that? And I don't mean 3 or 4 years. They're already out in prototype anyway. A company, according to this article, a company in Dublin, Ireland, called Natural Machines. That's the name of the company. Natural Machines has introduced a 3D printer for food. It's called the Foodini. And it's like a regular 3D printer, except instead of printing plastics, it prints, I'm not kidding you, this is on CNN.com. It prints cheese, and it prints dough, and it prints a pizza, and it'll print a hamburger. This is the world we're moving into, folks. But guess what? The biological system has figured out 3D printing a long, long time ago, 3.5 billion years ago. The biological system, if you will, figured out 3D printing, and that's what a cell is. A cell is a 3D printer that responds to the environment via the actions of hormones, via the actions of the various hormones, whether they're endocrine, whether they're exocrine, or whether they're the ones we've been talking about for the last couple of days, the autocrine or paracrine hormones, of which the prostaglandins are the quintessential example. The thing about the prostaglandins is you can be deficient in them, and prostaglandin deficiencies are a real problem. Our 3D printers to do their work. How do you keep your prostaglandins from being deficient? Well, this is how you do it. You make sure you get the raw materials for building the prostaglandins. And the most significant, the most important raw materials for building the prostaglandins are your essential fatty acids, EFAs. Essential fatty acids, like the ones that you get in the ultimate EFAs. If you ever wondered what are EFAs for, what do? They do a lot of things, but that's one of the main, if not their main purpose in life, is to be converted into prostaglandins. Now, prostaglandins are a type of fat, a type of fatty acid. In fact, I like to think of prostaglandins as a activated essential fatty acid. They're an activated version of our essential fatty acids. Both essential fatty acids and prostaglandins are long chains of carbon. Command molecules are just long chains of carbon that have these various kinds of properties. They're made from nutrients, but they are not. They have signaling properties. Prostaglandins signal or act like messengers telling cells what's happening in the outside world. The key point, the take-home message for us here is that deficiencies are real. Deficiencies are associated with disease, and not only deficiencies, but balances or out of balances can be associated with diseases. And the balance and the quantity of prostaglandins is directly associated, directly linked to essential fatty acids and ultimate essential fatty acids. Remember the word essential here. Your body can't make them. This is why you want to make sure you're supplementing with the ultimate EFAs daily. 3, 6, 9, 12, 18. You can't really overdose on them. And especially if you're dealing with an inflammatory or immune condition, whether it's a skin inflammatory issue or whether it's an internal inflammatory issue, whether it's arthritis, whether it's any of the hundreds of different autoimmune diseases, whatever. Essential fatty acids are a must-have. They're a must-have for everybody. So prostaglandins are the key signaling molecules in the body. They're the chemicals that hit the switch on our 3D printing machines that we call cells. These prostaglandins initiate many of the activities of a cell, including how a cell moves and what a cell secretes, opening and closing blood vessels, and clotting and thinning of the blood. These prostaglandins are not stored. Deficiencies are real. They have to be made consistently. They have to be made all day long and regularly, and they all come from essential fatty acids. They are a type of essential fatty acid. They're a type of essential fatty acid that's been somehow activated to perform these hormone-like functions. And by the way, this activation requires zinc. This activation requires the B vitamins, especially vitamin B6, and this activation requires vitamin C. So in addition to your essential fatty acids, in addition to your mighty 90 essential nutrients, if you've got Sjogren's syndrome or type 1 diabetes or myasthenia gravis or any autoimmune disease or dermatitis or psoriasis or acne or any inflammatory disease of the skin, make sure you're using your ultimate EFAs. Make sure you're using your vitamin C and zinc and the B complex to activate the essential fatty acids to be able to be turned into prostaglandins. Prostaglandins play an especially important role in keeping the mucus layer on the digestive tract intact. This is why aspirin and Motrin and drugs that suppress prostaglandin production are notorious for causing digestive difficulties, for causing ulcers, for causing gastric bleeding. In fact, this is what accounts for many of the side effects and many of the deaths associated with prescription drugs. Aspirin, mere aspirin, mere Motrin, mere non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like naproxen or Indocin or whatever the latest non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug that you're taking is. These drugs cause their side effects and really are a leading cause of death by drug via gastric bleeding and ulceration and digestive issues that are caused by the suppression of this mucus lining in the digestive tract. What does that mean? Well, it means if you're going to take these kinds of drugs, get on your essential fatty acids too. If you're going to take Motrin every day, if you're going to use aspirin every day, make extra sure you're using your ultimate essential fatty acids as well as the Healthy Star Pack, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and get yourself on 50 milligrams of zinc as well. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We're coming back with your phone calls right after this. Don't go away.
Warnings of an American collapse hit us nearly every day. Gear up while you still can with Infidel Body Armor. Don't spend between $500 and $600. Infidel is available for just $374.99 with free shipping within the U.S. Made in America and legal in all 50 states. Resist tyranny with Infidel Body Armor. Buy yours today at InfidelBodyArmor.com. Spelled INFIDEL BodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. Blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
At 30dayfoodsupply.com, you can now purchase a one-of-a-kind product not available anywhere else. A meatless burger dry mix in 4 delicious flavors. With our new Oregon Trail Foods vegan burgers, all you do is add water and fry. They need no refrigeration. They're packaged in Mylar bags with an oxygen absorber for a long shelf life. They're non-GMO. They're gluten, soy, nut, and chemical-free, but they're loaded with flavor. And a good source of carbs and protein, yet low in sodium. Flavors include Italian, spicy Mexican, 6 vegetable, and black bean olive. Go to 30dayfoodsupply.com or call 541-229-0010 and order today. Eat them every day, take them camping, or save them for an emergency. Check them out at 30dayfoodsupply.com and click on the vegan burger icon. That's 30dayfoodsupply.com, where all of our products are produced in Oregon by Oregon Trail Foods. 30dayfoodsupply.com.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
I am so excited. My Ghost 80% AR-15 rifle just arrived. I bought it from guns80.com. I've wanted an 80% AR-15 ever since my buddy Mark got his. I just had to have one. And when I was on the website at guns80.com, not only did they have a great deal on the Ghost ARs, but I also found lots of other really cool stuff. And they're 80% specialists. At guns80.com, they have a great selection of pistol kits and rifle kits. All of them can be legally shipped straight to your front door. 80% lowers and jigs starting at $50. 80% rifle kits, $500. Everything you need to build an AR in your home, all at guns80.com. Cool part, 100% legal in most states. So, get your AR-15 today. I got mine. Now it's your turn. Go to guns80.com. I can't wait to get mine built. Get your Ghost AR-15 today at guns80.com. Go to guns80.com. That's guns, the number 8080.com.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
You're free from the shackles of corporate America. We're the place for independent thinkers. GCN.
All right, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. Our number today is 855-660-4261. That's 855-660-4261. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs or the injected products, or if you just like to share a success story, or if you want to contribute to the conversation, we'd love to hear from you. 855-660-4261. If you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program like the one designed by Dr. Wallach, 855-660-4261 is our number today and every day. On the bright side, we're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, and 24/7 on our archive page at brightside.com. All right, time to hit our phones, 855-660-4261. Let's go to Florida and welcome Anthony to the bright side. What's up, Anthony? How you doing, buddy?
Without surgery, without doctors,
doing good. What's going on?
Yeah,
it's easy, it's simple. We'll be talking about that.
Told me about it.
Seminar in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and if you've been to any of my talks, you know, I got a little echo there, Anthony. Am I on speaker? If I am, give me a taking stuff too seriously. Get off there. It's too short to take it seriously, but if you're feeling like crap, it's hard to have fun. So We'll be doing all of this in a fun and entertaining manner,
Okay,
but it'll be life-changing.
my wife,
If you
she
listen
went
up,
in the hospital.
Listen
and
to us.
then to
Just like
make
if
a
you listen to
long
this
story
program,
short,
it's going to be life-changing,
she did
especially if you've
a
gone into the
test, and
medical
they ran
world for most
tests
of
and
your life.
stuff,
In any
X-rays,
case, it'll be,
and they said something about she
Monday,
had
November
a small intestine
Faith
was
Tabernacle
about
Gospel Fellowship
$1.50. It was
International
just
Church in
sitting,
Minneapolis,
it
Minnesota,
wasn't
called Clinton Scott.
doing nothing. It just bouncing back, but it wasn't doing what it's supposed to be doing.